Awesome, we're recording. Super excited. So we officially launch in Mexico tomorrow, which is super excited. I want to make sure everyone got that date. It starts tomorrow. So I'm going to apologize in advance if some of the energy is lacking. I'm absolutely dying from allergies. But we're going to get through this. We got it. So the first question that I had for you guys was just some tips for signing customers. I think my biggest tip, I try to pick out, because we've got a lot of things to talk about, so I try to keep it pretty concise. But I think my biggest tip for signing customers is to not sell people things, instead recommend it. Your people are never going to want to buy from you if you are a sales associate on behalf of It Works. They're going to want to buy from you when you're their best friend's neighbor and you tried this amazing product and loved it and you just talk about it all the time and, oh my gosh, you need to try it too. That's what's going to connect. We get so quick, especially when we're new, it's so quick to jump in and feel like we have to try to sell things. I have to be able to market, and I have to, be a salesy person, and I have to convince people to buy this. And when you are working so hard to convince someone that they want something, it makes it almost not even worth the struggle, because it's hit or miss. They're either going to believe you and buy it or they're not. But if you can approach the situation of, oh my gosh, I don't have to convince you because you need this. Look at this. Look what it did. And that's why it's so important to have personal results. And I know we preach that a lot, and I know especially when you're new, it can be super overwhelming to be like, I need personal results. I just paid to join the company. Like, I have no more money. Trust me, boo, I was there. My first personal result challenge, I bought a bottle of Fat Fighters for $25. It was the only product I could afford, and I only did half of it because I gave the other half to my husband for him to try. So I did 15 days of Fat Fighters my first month. Every morning, I put my before and day one, my before and day two for 15 days. And I lost 7 pounds. It's awesome. And so from the get-go, I had a product and I had results, and it cost me $25. So that being said, you can do a product, even if it's something as simple as that, but you're not going to be able to recommend something. You're only going to be able to sell it if you don't believe in it. People will see through your sale if there's no belief or passion in what you're talking about. So it's so important to get those personal results. And my biggest thing with signing up customers, guys, is you just have to be consistent with following up. I get, as a person, it can be really easy to be like, oh my gosh, I just messaged this person 30 times in the past 32 days and they hate me. We all have done that. But how many times has Victoria's Secret emailed you in the past month? How many times has Amazon emailed you in the past month that you have things in your cart that you haven't checked out yet, just checking in? We are the same. It's our job. I promise you're thinking about it a lot more than they are. So just follow up. What's the worst that can happen is they tell you no, or they block you, or even if they tell you no in a rude way, oh well, there's a bazillion people on the planet. I don't need you. That's the worst that can happen. But if you are not following up, someone else will. I can guarantee you, every one of your prospects, whether customer or distributor, you are not the only person from It Works on their timeline. So why would they buy from you or join you when there's all of these other people's pushing and talking about the same thing? It's because you have to be consistent. Because if you're not, you may be the one who was consistent for 3 or 4 days. You worked really hard, but this customer is just not coming around. I'm tired. I can't do it. Well, guess what? 2 days later, she bought from your best friend's neighbor because that person reached out and followed up again. And if you would have just followed up 2 more times, you'd have had the sale. So we have to be so consistent in following up. I have my hot list, which I've talked about the different levels of follow-ups a lot. I have my hot list right here on sticky notes. Your hot follow-ups, dude, these are the people you message every single day. Until they buy from you, they block you, or they give you a new date. When that date hits, you start over. You message them every single day consistently. Then you've got your warm list. Those are people that you have a conversation with, but they don't have a date in mind. They're not like, I need this right now. You're going to want to follow up with those people once a week. Then you have your cold list, people that you talked to 6 months ago and haven't messaged you back in forever. But we don't want to forget about those because eventually they come around. So those people I typically will follow up with once a month. Then this next question, which kind of ties in with loyal customers, was just some tips in talking about host to post, especially when you're new. Host to post can be scary and intimidating because, you know, it is a form of cold messaging in a sense. You know, you're messaging people asking them to do things, but we do have an awesome incentive. And then it's the most important step when you're new. Because, guys, you are cultivating a new audience. You have to grow a new market. Your market is geared towards social media. Your market is not geared towards a social media-based business. That is now what you have. So how do we transition our social media to a social media-based business as we grow our network? What is the best way to do that? To do host to post, because the people you're adding in your network already want your product. So what are you doing? You're setting yourself up for success. You're setting yourself up to create a warm market of strangers from the get-go. It's so important. So I know it can be super intimidating because you see people talking, oh, I message 200 people a day. And you're like, oh my God, I joined yesterday and I have 207 friends. If I did that, I'm done. Here comes the next part of host to post plus the rest of your business is you've got to be very intentional in growing your market. When you're new, this needs to be a highlighted priority. When you're bringing in new people, this is something as a leader you need to be aware of. If you just sign up a distributor and they have 300 friends, the first thing you should be talking to them about is growing their network. If they have 2,000, 3,000, it can be a less important thing. But if you get started and you have under 1,000 friends, they need to be up to 1,000 friends within their first 2 weeks. That's how aggressive you need to be coaching them. And then if you're new, that is how aggressive you need to be adding people. Because you have got to get your name out there. If I'm going to go open up a restaurant, I'm not going to hand out flyers to 20 people a day and be like, hope people come to my restaurant. I'm new. No one knows about me. No one knows what I'm doing. I've got to be aggressive. I've got to get my name out there. And it's the same thing we're doing. So you've got to be adding friends. And then the more friends you add, the more people you have to host to post. The more people who host to post, the more friends who are then interested that you can then add X, Y, Z, and it compounds. Yep, that's all I got for host to post. I thought I had another tip. I do not. The next thing you guys wanted to talk about was tips for signing distributors and closing the deal. My biggest thing with distributors, I get asked this so much, especially with my new girls or a lot of us really kind of got complacent with distributors because we had $20 codes forever, which was a blessing. It was awesome. But there's nothing wrong with $99. Do you guys know, I don't know how many years, but years ago, people paid $400, $300 to join networks? You only paid $99. People today only pay $99. Do you know how much of a deal that is? If you approach a potential distributor with the idea of, oh my goodness, what if they can't pay $99? They will not see the value in paying $99. You have to come at it with the confidence of the $1 million opportunity it is. Because if you lack that confidence, even if it's not real confidence, even if you joined yesterday and you don't know if it's $1 million company or not, you approach every situation with that borrowed confidence, that real confidence, that fake it till you make it confidence, that this opportunity will, could, and must change their life. And it only takes $99 to get started. That's it. With that, you get free product in your starter kit. You're eligible to get $100 more in free product. Then you also have weekly bonuses. You have the $3,000 guarantee. Our newbies now have 4 months to get a $10,000 bonus. Selling them on $99 when you see the value of it, and that is such a short-term, easy to see value. You can take people like Stephanie and Joel Dunn, make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, before they joined, they were in food kitchens. They were in food lines. They had nothing. And if they would not have found this company, they would still have nothing. But because of this, we don't always have a story when we first jump in, but that's fine because there's so many beautiful, amazing success stories in this company. As you are writing yours, borrow theirs because there's so much value. And if you don't see the value of $99 to join, you're going to rob them of their ability to dream the value of joining. That is my biggest thing. Signing distributors, it's all in your head. It's all in your head. I remember when I joined, I'd never done anything like this, and I was like, I've never been a manager. I was a team captain when I played college, like soccer and stuff like that, but that was like my level of leadership. I had nothing. And I remember when I joined, and I was like, no one's going to want to join me. No one's going to want to follow me. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. How would I be able to? Why would someone want to join me when there's someone like Katie out there or someone like whoever else is going on? And I had to start telling myself every day, you're a good leader. You have things to offer people. People want to join you because you have an edge. People are going to connect with you. People are going to learn from you. And I didn't believe it, but within days and weeks of telling myself this, I started to believe it. You can ask me today, I think I'm a fantastic leader. Do I think I not need to have any room to grow? No, I think I have lots of room to grow. But I believe in myself, and I have confidence in myself, and I love myself and respect myself as a leader. And that's why people want to join me. It's because when I'm coming and I'm talking to one of my potentials, I'm telling them how much I'm going to benefit their life, how much this business is going to benefit their life, but they need to do it with me because I can get them there. Because I'm invested in them, because I believe in them, and I'll do whatever it takes for them to be successful because they deserve a chance. And people feel that. People want to feel cared about. And when you approach it with the idea that you care about them, you're breeding a whole new situation here. You're breeding people who will do whatever they possibly can to join your business, to join your team, to be in your organization, to have you as a mentor. And that is so dang huge. When you are posting, I'm sorry if you're new, those join my team posts are not going to get you places. Like, you may get some interaction, which is always makes us feel good. Even further on, join my team posts, they get a lot of interaction. I use them. They get interaction, but they don't sign distributors. They should get interaction. What's going to sign a distributor? Telling them about your life. Don't post join my team. Post how your life is changing. Post, and guys, if you have a boring life, if you're still working your full-time job, feeling like you can barely breathe, also trying to do this business, that's okay. But you've got to find the glory in that. You've got to find the beauty in that, and you've got to talk it up. I'm telling you, you go out to eat once a week after church on Sunday, you better take a picture of every single person's plate. You better take a picture with every single person. You've got like 4 or 5 days to post there. I don't want to hear an excuse. You can make it happen. Going live is also really big. I think we have this misconception that when I go live, I have to talk about the business, and I have to talk about this opportunity, or I need to talk about the products. But I personally don't think that's that beneficial. Like, it's awesome, and I've gone live, and I'll talk about, like, I tried BFF Live, and I've done other things talking about the business, answering questions. But my best live videos are when I'm just talking about something I'm passionate about. That day, I may be passionate about my vacuum cleaner. Like, that vacuum cleaner may have done something awesome and got my floor way cleaner than I thought it could have. And I go live and I'm passionate about my vacuum cleaner. That is going to get me more potential distributors than going live about the business, because they are connecting with me as a person. That is the sole purpose of going live, is to make a connection with a person, not someone behind a computer screen, not an ad. My personal thing I love to talk about is I love to talk about changing your life. And I do that and never mention the business. 90% of the time, if I go live talking about changing your life, talking about how I've changed my life and how this business has done these amazing things, I never mention the company. There's never a, you should join my team or anything like that. I'm just telling people, and I love talking just out there in general, like my it may not be your it, but you better find yours. That's my go-to. I love trying to empower people to believe in themselves and to find something different outside the status quo. And if I don't mention the business, you best believe I'll still get 3 messages at least in my inbox about the business, because I'm passionate. I am raw. I come with emotion. I come with feelings. I'm not going live to go live just to talk. I'm going live with something I'm passionate about. And then people know me. I don't know a single person on my team before this business. I don't know any of them. But I'm telling you, I've got so many girls on my team that would say I'm one of their best friends. I have a girl on my team who asked me to be a bridesmaid in her wedding, and we knew each other for maybe a couple months. But I'm real, I'm authentic, and I'm me, even if it's the bad and the ugly, I bring it all, and I bring it all publicly, not in a sense that's overbearing or like, dude, take your dirty laundry back inside, but in a sense where I am empowering people and I'm connecting with people. The stronger the connection you can make, the better chances you have of signing a distributor, because they want to join a person. They want to join someone who can make them feel something. They want to join someone who understands them and understands where they have been. Next question I had is to what to do when what you're doing isn't working and how to change it up. My first thing is go to YouTube. There's a different, don't reinvent the wheel. Go find someone that's already done it. For a long time, I followed Jocelyn Yates. I did everything she did. Me and her are friends now. She spoke my language when I joined. Everything. But it stopped working because she's a very mild person. And I'm a little bit, less mild than that. And I needed something that would capitalize on that. So what did I do? Instead of keep trying these things, banging my head on the wall, I knew I needed guidance. So I just found someone else. I watch a lot of Katie Bevington stuff now because she's very passionate and fiery. And that's what I want to cultivate. So I'm following that every day. On top of your personal development, you have got to also be doing some sort of training to grow your mind, because you cannot expect to do something different if you don't know what different looks like, if you've never seen different in action. So YouTube and trainings are huge. Another thing is to ask questions. If you feel like you're stuck doing the same thing over and over again and you're not getting anywhere, because we've all been there, where we just are turning our wheels and we're not going anywhere, we're trying everything and we're at the end of our rope, ask someone. We have a massive team page. We have team chats. We have so many amazing people that are here to help you, even though it doesn't benefit them. So brainstorm. I'm stuck. I don't know what else to do. Okay, what do you do? Okay, well, this is what I do. When you do that, this is how I do it. You try my way. But while we're talking, I'm going to go try your way. We're going to help each other. We're all here to help each other. And I think my biggest thing with what to do is to figure out what is the single thing that scares you the most. What is the thing that makes you most uncomfortable? Is it going live? Is it cold messaging? Is it blitzing? What makes you uncomfortable? Commit to doing that tenfold, because it's going to make you dang uncomfortable. Your business is going to grow, because all of the other areas that you have been doing are now going to have a different passion, because you just grew yourself so immensely as a person by doing these things that make you uncomfortable. Guys, I'm freaking terrified of blitzing people. I don't talk to people in public. I had someone ask me about business once, and I was like, she wanted a wrap or something, and then I just kind of ran away. I didn't even talk to her. I was so nervous. I don't do that. So when things get tough, I'll literally go to Walmart and be like, I'm going to go find someone and I'm going to talk to them about this business. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. And a lot of times what we're doing is fine. What we're doing is the right thing to do, but why it's no longer working is our head is no longer in the right place. You're doing the right things. You just got to get the mind in it. And when you go and you do that scary thing, you have a whole new outlook, because you are now a bad A who can do anything because you did the thing that scared you. So the things that don't scare you, those are a piece of cake. Those will start working again. The next one I had was how to effectively message people and have that conversation. Guys, my biggest thing is just keep it short and sweet. You don't want to read a novel. You don't want to type a novel. If you're sending a long message, you already have it written. You're copy and pasting. So if you don't want to take the time to write out a long message, what makes you think someone wants to take the time to read a long message? Someone who is way less interested than you are already. Keep it short and sweet. Don't answer questions that aren't asked. Keep it on focus, on track. Keep it short and sweet. I can tell you 90% of my customer conversations, they comment on a post, I send them a script explaining the product, they say awesome or cool or what's the price, something like that, and then I say retail it's blank or wholesale it's blank. And they're like, okay, I wanted to get it for, or if they ask questions or whatever, and then sign them up. Like, those are the extents of my conversations. Just keep it short. It's going to be easier on you, and then it just flows better. Obviously, you got to take time to answer questions, but keep it short. Voice memos are also really awesome because it goes back to people don't want to buy something from someone trying to sell them. They want to buy something that's recommended from a friend, and when you are voice memoing, you're building that friendly relationship. And then again, like I said before, the most effective way to message and sign customers is to consistently follow up. Consistently follow up. I'm sorry, guys. My throat is so freaking scratchy. Okay, my next question was, how do I know when it is time to let go of dead weight? This, I think, is probably the hardest question I've ever had to answer in myself previously, and then to put into words now, because I don't know, I'm one of those people, I want everyone to be successful, and I'll do whatever it takes to make you successful. And I built so many promotions, and I continue to build so many promotions, and you have something going on, like it's tough right now, okay, I'll get you to 150, like I want you to have a check without even asking. Like, that's my mentality. I have such a servant heart. I want to help. And that's been a huge Achilles tendon for me. That's been one of the big issues with pushing forward. I'm so quick to hang on because I knew once upon a time you wanted this. Once upon a time you had some passion. Once upon a time you tried. So maybe if I keep doing it, you'll start to try. But I don't know why this stuck out to me so much on the Zoom, but I don't even remember who said it. But someone said, if you don't have a working team, you need a new team. Like, it's insane to me. I think that's so insane. And so every time I sit down, and it's frustrating to not have a working team. It's frustrating to be doing all of the work and building these promotions and pouring into these people who don't give a crap about you and what you're doing and all you're giving them. So what do? We go sign a distributor. And then we teach them to sign a distributor. And then if those ones aren't working, you just signed 4 distributors, they're not working, guess what? You need to go sign more distributors. You need to teach them to go sign more distributors. And that's going to be how you keep from having to focus on building dead weight. Is there are runners out there. There's people who need this business. There's people who need this business for a season, people who need the business for a lifetime. But we got to find all of them because we need all of them. When you're pushing for a promotion, you don't always need your lifers then. Sometimes you just need someone that's there for a season, that's there to work for that promotion, for that box. They drop off the map. We have to learn to let them and then just replace. Because if we want it more than they want it, they're never going to work. And that kind of goes into talking to distributors. I'm never, again, convincing a distributor that they need this business. Like, if I have to convince you to join me, why on earth would I not think I have to convince you to work it? No, you're going to want this opportunity and you're going to join me on your own. Kelsey Thornton said this, and I think is beautiful. But sometimes the quickest way to go forward is addition by subtraction. Think about it as a car. The lighter the load, the better the gas mileage. Sometimes you have the momentum and you will propel so much faster forward when you throw the dead weight out. When you let go of that thing you were trying so hard to pour into and build, and instead find someone else. Because you could have runners on your team you're overlooking because you're so focused on the person you wanted to be your runner who doesn't want it themselves. So we have to. Cheyenne Knox said this on a Zoom earlier this month, trying to prep for the month. She said, take your chart, put a star by everyone who's working, and only look at those people. You don't give those people anything. Let them work for it. You fill the boxes where you got to fill them. But those are the people you're reaching out to every day. You're not reaching out to Susie Q, who you've got to go convince to make a post. You're reaching out to Mary Jane over here, who's been posting. That's who you're pouring into. If they don't have a star by their name, you don't reach out till they reach to you. We got to be cut and dry if we want to get there sometimes. And sometimes it takes that tough love, because if you've built their promotion from day one, when you finally let them lose it, that could be the wake-up call they've been needing and you've been depriving them from this whole time. The next thing, I'm going to go through, I have one more thing, and then I'm going to go this, and then I'll go through the chat. How to regain your passion for the business. Guys, screw passion and screw motivation. You don't need it. You need discipline. You will never be motivated at all times. If you are relying on passion and motivation to get you from point A to B, to get you where you're going to go, you're never going to get there, because that is unrealistic. We are not created to be passionate and motivated people 24/7. We need discipline. Discipline to show up when we don't want to. Discipline to show up when there's no passion. And guess what? We all have it. How many of us went to school? Do you think we wanted to show up and go to school every day for 12 years? No. But we were disciplined enough to show up and go to school for 12 years. You have 12 years of practice in self-discipline. Granted, there was outlying forces and your mom telling you had to, but that's 12 years of practice. So stop saying that you are undisciplined. You can't do that. I need to be motivated. Screw it. You need to be disciplined. You need to stop writing off the excuses of, oh, I'm just not motivated today. Well, screw motivation. Man up, own your business, own your discipline, make it a priority, and show the freak up. Massive action is going to bring massive results. You don't feel motivated? Well, guess what? Pull out that discipline card, put on your big girl panties, go do massive work today. Tomorrow, when those massive results start coming in, every time you look at your phone, there's a million notifications. That's when that motivation and that passion is going to start lighting again. But if you're sitting there waiting, you didn't do anything to deserve it. Get out there, put on your big girl pants, and go to work. And the rest is going to come together. Let me look at the chat real quick, because I know I saw a couple questions earlier. Okay. I've been inviting so many new people lately, making new contacts, gone from 133 to almost 500 friends in 2 weeks. That's freaking awesome. Keep going. How do you deal with concerned family members and friends who are worried you're stuck in a scam? Prove them wrong. Like, I'm sorry. One, scams are illegal. We would not be a growing, booming business if we were a scam. First off, that's my biggest pet peeve. Like, not directed at you, directed at other people, whoever had the question. But pyramid schemes, they're illegal. They are like, the government shuts them down. Illegal. We're not illegal. We do everything right. We're good. We're not a scam. What people think is a scam is something that they can't understand. People think that I get to sit here, I just moved to the beach and I work from my cell phone at the beach and at the pool. That's a scam, because it's something that they don't think they could ever have or do. They don't know what to call it. They don't know what to say. They just know they can't have it, so you're doing something that's a scam. So what do? We go out and we are a boss, words that I'm not saying on here, and we just do the dang thing. We just show up. We just get that promotion. We just get that check. And then let me show you my $10,000 check, and it's still a scam, because your opinion never paid my bills. So you go out and you do it anyway, boo, because we can't let people, the opinions of people who would never, if you had nothing, if you lost your job, you had nothing, are they going to take you in? Are they going to pay every bill you have? Then why are we letting their opinions factor into how we make our money? Like, I'm sorry, and I don't condone it, but strippers make good money, guys. And they are not, like, their family probably don't condone it. But they pay their bills. They get it done. At least you're not a stripper. You got your life together. You're making money in a good way. That was a fun rant. I'm so glad this is being recorded. Okay. My friends are just worried that I was investing like 500 products and lose money. Yeah. No, the thing is about this business is you can't lose money, because nothing is mandatory other than your website, but you should make $20 your first month anyway. But you're not mandatory buying products or anything like that. So I think the biggest thing to do is ignore the haters, focus on you, and just keep going. So I'm going to end. If you guys have any more questions, you can try to drop them real quick, and I may answer them. I may just call it a night. We shall see. But we have 7 days left, okay? 7 monumental life-changing days. So what are you going to do? Are you going to show up tomorrow, do the same thing you did today, the same thing you did yesterday, and pray there's a different outcome? Or are you ready to take this promotion, this goal, your paycheck, your business, and do whatever the hell it takes to make it work? You can ask any top leader who hit a crazy promotion. Not one of them will tell you how they did it, because we don't know. We just know that we were doing whatever it took not to miss it. So you've got to get out of your head. Stop telling yourself you'll do the daily steps. Stop telling yourself you'll send out 20 friend requests. Stop telling yourself you'll do X, Y, Z. Start saying, I'm going to do whatever it takes. If your goal is to sign a customer every day, you don't go to bed and you don't stop sending messages until you do that. Your goal is to get up 5 host to posts. You're not going to message 20 people and pray. You're going to message until you get those up. You're not stopping. Nothing is going to take your eyes off the prize. Nothing is interfering between you and your goal. You are all so powerful. You're all so strong. You guys are doing amazing things most people would never have the courage to do just by joining. So show up tomorrow morning like the bad A you are, like you've got your life together, like you know what's going on, and you just make the thing happen. I believe in every one of you, and I'm going to call it a night.